Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Esther again. Yes, this is the gist section of my channel, and this video is centered around the second episode of the Big Brother NAIJA Pepper Dem reunion show. Guys, if you haven't watched the first episode, kindly click the link here so you can get yourself updated, because I got you covered. All right, so moving forward in today's episode, Ebuka started off the show by asking the ex-housemates to state the type of pepper that represents their personality. Now, most of the housemates chose between Atarudo and Tatashi. Ebuka then asked, Omoshola to explain why he chose Tatashi. Omoshola was like, you see, Tatashi is that kind of pepper that when you take it in, it doesn't, you don't feel that spiciness or the hotness immediately. It takes a couple of minutes for it to materialize, all right? And that's who he is, all right? So Ebuka was like, okay, ex-housemates, do you agree with Omoshola? But for some reason, the ex-housemates were like quiet, and I'm like, why is everybody not saying anything? Okay, but guys, if you think that Omoshola's explanation made sense, kindly comment down below, because I'm still trying to get around his response. Okay, but that's who he is. So moving forward, Ebuka then asked the ex-housemates to, share their audition experience. I mean, this was a very good question, because I feel like most people just assume, most people have this thought around the audition phase for the Big Brother NAIJA show. Like, people just still feel that is, like a camouflage, like nothing, audition is not real. So I was really glad to have them share that audition experience. All the ex-housemates had something to say about their audition experience, but Mercy's and Tacha's experience was like major. Now, Mercy said that it was actually her 5th time auditioning for the Big Brother NAIJA show. And so Ebuka was like, now you went 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 4th time, and then you came back a 5th time. Why were you coming every time for that audition? Why didn't you give up? And Mercy's response would blow your mind. Mercy was like, she knew what she wanted. She knew that Big Brother was the platform that would, bring her to limelight, that would change her story, and it sure has, and so since she knew that was a platform that would change her life for the very best, she was not ready to give up, and she kept coming. And I mean, it paid off, guys. This goes to show that you don't have to quit. No matter the failures you've had, you just need to keep going, okay? And then the funny thing about Tacha's story was that Tacha revealed to us that it wasn't even her first, she wasn't even selected the first time she auditioned. She had to leave the first state she had auditioned because she was not selected, and then she went to Enugu. But it was in Enugu that she got selected for the show. And then Ebuka then asked Tacha, because there was a video, if you have seen that video where Tacha was being called names, Instagram prostitute and all. So Ebuka was like, Tacha, how did you feel about that video when people, were calling you that name? Even before you entered the house, you had already, the video had gone viral, everybody had known you, but you just, didn't even realize the effect of that video. Did it make you feel bad? And so Tacha was like, that video did not make her feel bad in any way, because in fact, she really felt happy that people who mocked her were the same persons that were watching her for 3 months. So that's a plus to her, so regardless of the mockery, she was being watched. I mean, she said that she didn't even know the girl, because the next day that she went to Enugu and then she was selected after the first phase, they asked her to stay back, and 2 girls came to her and were like, Tacha, have you seen this video? And then she was like, no, she has not seen the video, because she didn't even see it in her phone. It was the 2 girls, according to her, that showed it to her, and then she was like, whatever, okay? And then they moved on from there. The next thing that happened was okay, so Ebuka then asked the housemates to more share their opinion about the housemates that didn't deserve to be in the Big Brother house. Guys, you needed to hear what these housemates had to say. Please, if you hear me saying housemates or ex-housemates, just understand what I'm saying. I don't know why I keep saying housemates, all right? So most people said Diane wasn't supposed to be in the house, Cindy wasn't supposed to be in the house, Jackie wasn't supposed to be in the house. I think they called who else did they call? Yeah, I think those were the major names that they called that were not supposed to be in the house. So Ebuka then asked Jackie, and he was like, how do you feel people saying you were not supposed to be in the house? you know. And then Jackie was like, she deserved to be in the house, and she does not feel like anybody, you know, had the right, or anybody was supposed to, like, you know, expect her to be different from who she really is, because she came to the house to be her, and that she's the type of person that dominates any space she finds herself in. So Ebuka was like, okay, do you feel like you dominated in the Big Brother NAIJA house? So Jackie was like, see, I feel that I subdued my space. There was nobody that shut me up, even though, you know, it is relative, but she said that she subdued her space, and she was, you know, proud of the choices she made, because she can't take anything back, that everything she did in the house, she was glad she was that person. So she had nothing to say. And she also revealed that she wanted to people to see a tech queen in the house, and that was what she got, because she wasn't really gunning for the money. She was just there to have people understand that a tech queen also existed, and that was it for her. So Ebuka asked why do I keep forgetting her name? Ebuka asked Thelma, because Esther had said that Thelma doesn't deserve to be in the house. So yeah, Thelma, Diane, and Joe, they were virtually present. So Thelma then started by saying that Esther wasn't even supposed to be in the house. So if Esther is saying that she was not supposed to be in the house, then Esther herself does not deserve to be in the Big Brother NAIJA house. I mean, that it's not even a question about if you deserve to be in the house or not. As far as she was in the house, whether she deserved to be there or not, she was in the Big Brother house, and that's all that mattered. Okay. I think that cracked a lot of people up in the, you know, in the studio. And if we can move forward to ask Seyi why he said Diane wasn't supposed to be in the house. I mean, everyone was like, why would Seyi say that? But Seyi was like, in the house, Diane was living in a shadow. Like she didn't bring herself out. She didn't put herself out there. So when you compare the Diane that was in the Big Brother NAIJA house and the Diane that is out of the Big Brother NAIJA house, there's a total difference between both of them. And that if the person they are seeing outside of the house now was the person inside the house, that would be a threat. That would have been a threat to Mercy, you know. But that is appreciative of the fact that Diane now understands who she is, her power, and is, you know, trying to be that person that she's supposed to be. And then it was like, baby girl, I got you. So it was like, you're being political about your response, right? So they moved on from there, and I think the next question that Ebuka asked was yeah, this question was really important. So Ebuka asked the housemates if they felt at some point that having connection was a way to get you into the Big Brother house. Now, this is a very good question, because most people feel like all those people that made it into the Big Brother house don't even have what it takes. A lot of people say that all the time. They feel like if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, you're gonna get it into the house, right? But most of the housemates were like, yes. I think Tacha said she felt it, or Mashallah said so, Frodd said so. Was it Frodd? Yeah, I think Jackie, you know, said that they felt having connection would take you into the Big Brother NAIJA house. So Ebuka then asked Frodd how his response has been to, you know, people who has been reaching out to him to help him get into the house, you know. And then Frodd shockingly was like, his response to people out there is that seriously, you need a connection to get into the Big Brother house, and the connection you need is Jesus. He said that, you know, you need God, because nobody can get you into the Big Brother house besides you and your faith. He went on to say, like, he is appreciative of the fact that he was, you know, chosen or selected, whatever you want to call it, because he now understands and, you know, can tell people out there that it is not what you think. You don't need to know anybody to make it into the house. Just be you, because you never know what these people are looking for. So this is it, guys. So if you want to be in the Big Brother NAIJA house, the auditions are already over for this year, but for next year, just do you. So and guys, Ebuka then asked Omoshola why he felt people were comparing himself to Efe. And Omoshola was like, to be honest, he never watched Big Brother NAIJA show ever. That's what he said. And so the only thing that he knew was that if he won the show, but that was all there was to it. And so he went into the house and was just being himself, and he started being loud when Ike stole his coins, and he just wanted to put it out there to let people know, like, guys, I'm from the street, you can't, you know, step on my toes and expect me to not retaliate, that kind of thing. And so that was it for him, that he only watched Big Brother NAIJA show after he got out of the house, you know, so that he doesn't understand why people keep comparing himself and Efe, you know. And also Ebuka then asked all the ex-housemates to, like, state the housemate who really brought that highlight to the show. So a lot of persons mentioned Tacha, Mercy, or Moshala, I think Frodd. I mean, Mercy also mentioned Ike, and yeah, I think those were the, you know, the names that really were called. And so when Ebuka was asking them to, like, remember the promises they made, the statements they made the first time that they were revealed, you know, how can they, like, explain those statements to their actual you know, personality in the house? So most of them were like, oh, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna do me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stay true to myself. And Ebuka was like, what does staying true to yourself means? So Esther was like, staying true to yourself is being who you are, being yourself 100%, you know. So that was basically the response that everybody gave. And Obasola was like, you know, he doesn't understand why people keep, yeah, Tacha really said something. Tacha said that he does not feel that all the housemates put in enough effort to bring highlights to the show. Ebuka was shocked. I mean, I'm like, because Ebuka was like, so you mean you also didn't put in enough effort to bring highlights to the show? And then she was like, yes, nobody really made that effort to bring highlights to the show. So Omosola was like, you see, when it comes to this highlight thing, the show is made for highlights. The show is made to entertain people. In fact, it should be called Big Brother NAIJA Highlights, not even Big Brother NAIJA Pepper Them. So if you support that name, kindly comment that down below, okay? And so he was like, if someone is watching the show and then all they can see is people, you know, under the duvet, or people doing side talks and all of it, it's gonna be boring, and they're gonna tune out of that show to either watch football or do something more productive, because I mean, it's money, right? So that highlight was needed, intentionally or not. It was a key factor to the show. And Ebuka actually saw reasons with him. I actually do see reasons with him, because I mean, that's what the show is about, right? So the next thing was you know, Ebuka then asked Tacha, it was like, if you were one of the judges auditioning these housemates, what characteristics would you look out for? And then Tacha was like, characteristics of a winner. I hope you guys remember that that statement was really very controversial in the house when it happened. But she further said that she would look out for confidence, a little bit of, you know, physical looks, and then she would also look out for the person being outspoken. So when Ebuka asked her to, like, state any of the housemates in the house that had that quality, or those qualities rather, she was like, Venita had those qualities because she was, you know, confident, she was outspoken, and of course Venita is fine, okay? So when Ebuka then asked Venita if she, you know, deserved to be in this show, Venita was like, see, I deserved to be in that show because I appealed to a wider audience. I appealed to not just the moms, but even to the single moms, and then to people like me. I had a lot to share, and that she was also very you know, intentional with, you know, ensuring that people looked beyond just her physical looks, because behind those physical looks she had, you know, terrible things, terrible stories, or whatever that had happened to her. And so she wanted people to see that, and she wanted to pass that message out to people that you can have a second chance to life, or to anything, to success, or whatever it is. And I think that message is really strong. I hear you, girl, I hear you. So then Mercy, Ebuka then asked Mercy, there were a couple of times, in fact, a lot of times, when you were like, queen of the highlights, queen of the highlights, queen of the highlights. What was going on? Were you intentional about those moment. And then Mercy was like, you know, she wasn't intentional. She was just being herself. But the thing is, when Mercy coughs, it's highlights. Hey, God. When she said that, Ibuka was like, please, Mercy, the time has not come. Just take it small. Small. We don't want the pepper now. Don't, just calm down, calm down. And then she was like, you know, whatever I do in the house, it either gets me into trouble or it gets me to win. And that's it. And I mean, guys, it worked. And that's the truth. There was nothing else to add to it. So yeah. And then after that, what else happened? What else happened? Yeah, they just showed us, you know, clips of what happened in the past, like, you know, the Big Brother Naija currency in the form of Bet Naija coins, all the drama that ensued with the coins, how people were stealing coins, how Esther's coins were stolen, and, you know, how people returned it back, and all of those drama that happened. So that was all, you know, all that happened in episode 2. Yeah, that's it. Guys, I almost forgot this crucial part of episode 2. So what happened was Ebuka asked Tacha why she felt people were comparing her to the likes of Cece and tboss, because people felt like she was the only one playing a script, like trying to be like previous or past housemates. So Tacha was like, I'm too original to be anybody besides me. I mean, that's it, girl. That's the way to go. And then she was like, she was just being herself. That if you knew Tacha before the house and in the house, you know that she was 100% herself, you know. And she only knew tboss after the show. Like, she loves tboss, but she doesn't know why they'll be comparing her with, you know, tboss or the other person. For some reason, I'm sensing that Tacha doesn't really want to mention Cece's name. Is there something ongoing? I mean, guys, is there something that you know that I don't know? Please let me know in the comment section. Okay? Okay. Guys, you need to just get yourself ready. Get your popcorns ready, because episode 3 is gonna be bomb. You know? I think everybody has been seeing that video, that clip of Kimopra when she was like, you left. You were disqualified. Guys, it is going to go down in episode 3, and I can't wait to share all the juiciness with you. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed already, kindly subscribe down below and turn on your notifications bell so you're the first to get notified once I upload my content and all the gist. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, share, and follow me on all my social media platforms. Yes, guys. So bye, guys. See you tomorrow.